Hello and welcome to Bruce Springsteen Guitar Lessons. Today's lesson is going to be Meet Me in This City from the Ties That Bind the River collection. So what I'm going to do now is play through the whole song and come back and go through all the individual parts. See you in a bit. Hello, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. So now what we're going to do is go through all the individual parts. Okay, so this song's in the key of E major, although there are a few key changes later on in the song. It's a really fast one, upbeat, great energy this one. It's about 168 BPM, so quite a fast one. So let's take a look at the chords first. So I'll break them down into the power chords, bar chords, and partial bar chords, and open chords. Okay, so we've got A5. Okay, so here, open A string, first finger barring the D and the G string on the second fret. B5, first finger second fret A, third finger fourth fret D, little finger fourth fret G. Okay, C5, move that up a semitone or one fret. Move up another semitone, you've got C sharp. Move up another semitone, you've got D5. And then you also got G5. So I'm just going to go through all the chords that are in the song. So G5 is just the same as C5, but just from the E, A and the D strings. Okay, so your 6 kind of power chords. And then we've got some sort of partial bar chords. Feel free to use alternative versions. So this is an F sharp minor over C sharp, but in the song structure, which I'll put up on the screen now, I just refer to it as an F sharp minor just to keep it simple. So F sharp minor over C sharp. This is often how they like to play their bar chords, E-shaped bar chords. So instead of playing the full shape, you can play just partial shape. So bar the second fret G, B and E strings with your first finger, then use your third finger to on the fourth fret A, little finger fourth fret D. That's F sharp minor over C sharp. The song structure refer to it as F sharp minor. Move that up 2 frets. Technically G sharp minor over D sharp. We'll refer to it as a G sharp minor. Cool. And then you've basically got B minor. I think there's A-shaped bar chords, as in the root note on the A. Often they're playing on 4 strings, but just go for it. So the second fret barring from the A string, third finger 4th fret D, little finger 4th fret G, middle finger 3rd fret B. Move up 2 frets, C sharp minor. Then you've got D major, bar from the A string, then third finger barring the D, G and B strings on the 7th fret, D major, and then move up 2 frets, E major, okay, so there are your kind of bar chords, partial bar chords, and then there's this really awesome bit in the sax solo. So I'm going to play this A major like this, just the middle 4 strings, often like Bruce does as well, but just make sure you don't hit that E string. That's the A there. Then what you've got is an A over G sharp, very clever. Okay, so in context, so you've got A, then you put third finger, 4th fret low E, that's A over G sharp. Now, I'm kind of cheating here, probably shouldn't do this, but A over F sharp. Put your thumb the 2nd fret low E, and then taking it off, blocking the A string, that's A over E. So let's call it all run. A. In the end, sort of the middle of the sax solo. So it sounds awesome. They got normal E major, first finger 1st fret G, middle finger 2nd fret A, third finger 2nd fret D, and normal D chord, first finger 2nd fret G, middle finger 2nd fret high E, third finger 3rd fret B. So that's your D, that's all your kind of open chords as well. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go through the intro first. So this is, again, I've tabbed out 2 guitar parts here. The one that I've played through in the walkthrough. There's also another one, I think this combines really well. There's at least 2 guitars, I think, on the record. Phenomenal B-side. I was lucky enough to see it in Chicago 2016 on the River Tour, or the second River Tour. Yeah, so the intro, basically what we've got here is E5, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's 1 downstroke on quarter note on the E5. I forgot to mention this is the other version of E5. I've got this version of E5 on the first finger, 2nd fret A and D. And then also I think he adds his little finger sometimes on the 4th fret of the G. So we're going to start with that one. So yes, we're going to go through guitar part 1. And then in the tab, you get it from the JS Music School website, either if you're a subscribe star or going directly via the website, jsmusicschool.co.uk. If you want it in PDF or Guitar Pro format, you'll get both guitar parts, okay? So I think they combine really nicely. So I'm just going through guitar part 1. So E5 with your little finger or third finger. Strumming pattern again, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 quarter note, 6 quavers. Or 8th notes, so 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you do 2 bars of E5, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and, then A5, and then B5. So in the intro, you just do that twice. You get that cool little piano and organ riff going over the top of it. So once you've done that 4 bars twice, that is the intro. So now that's the same chord progression basically behind the first and second chorus. The only difference is first and second chorus, you're just doing that 4-bar phrase once, okay? And then the third chorus, which you have right at the end of the song, is done 6 times on record. So that 4-bar phrase 6 times, and then he just does this kind of hold chord for 2 bars, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, like that. Roughly, that's how it goes, the ending. So that's the third chorus. So that's all your choruses and the intro. So the first and second verses are pretty much the same. So it's got this kind of cool little chugging kind of palm muting thing going on. So this is roughly what I've picked up. So E5 without the little finger this time, because it's quite minimal in these first and second verses. So E5, one chord note, then two palm muted notes, eighth note. This is what I'm getting. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So you're dampening the strings with this part of the fleshy part of the hand. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. That's roughly what's going on. So, and then you've got this kind of 2-bar phrase with each chord. E5 first, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. And the second bar of this 2-bar phrase is 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So 6, 8th notes there. That bar 2 again, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So the 2-bar phrase goes like this: 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Then C#5, same thing. A5, really awesome this bit. B5. Feel free to embellish it or do your own kind of thing. That's roughly what I'm hearing there. So that's the first and the second verses, really cool kind of palm muting. So again, if you haven't done palm muting before, it can take a bit of time to get used to it, but it sounds cool, nice dynamics there. So that's your first and your second verses. Now your third verse, when it comes in later in the song, it kind of all really sort of strips down. So what happens is in the third verse, you've got this 8-bar phrase, the same 8-bar phrase that you had in the first and second verses. In the first bar, you're just doing palm muting for 1 bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then basically, I think the bass takes over for the rest of the 7 bars. You don't do anything, okay? And then you do the 8-bar phrase again, but you come back in, but just with palm muting. So just do the same chord progression, 2 bars of E5, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C#5. Just such a cool song. And this is a B-side as well. It's amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's your third verse. So again, it's a real nice build down. Really strips down. It's pretty much just the bass. Cool little piano octaves and the drums and Bruce singing, and it gradually builds up into that kind of third bridge. So that's all your verses. Let's take a look at the bridges first, and don't forget all the song structures will be in the description of YouTube videos, so you can copy and paste it into a Word file and just really break everything down. Okay, so let's take a look at the bridges. Okay, so the first and the second bridges are pretty much all the same. Where are we? Okay, yes, so let's take a look at that. So pretty much you're going to do 2 bars of A5, same string pattern as kind of we've done before. So the 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so you do 2 bars of A5, 2 bars of B5, C#5. Don't forget the guitar part doing something slightly different. G-sharp minor. A5. Okay, so that's your A5 and then B5. Okay, so nice and simple. So again, yeah, if you want any tabs, if you're a subscribed star, you get discount codes sent out to your email address on the 7th of every month, and that allows you to get a bit more bang for your buck on everything stored on JS Music School website. So PDS, backing tracks, and guitar profiles. So yeah, so that's your first and second bridges. Okay, so it's 12-bar phrases there. Okay, and now we're going to take a look at the third bridge, which is basically just an extension of the other bridges. So let's take a look at that. So yeah, you start off as normal, 2 bars of A5, 2 bars of B5, 2 bars of C#5, 2 bars of G-sharp minor, 2 bars of A5, 2 bars of B5, back to A5, then to F-sharp minor. This is when they did, oh right, all that bit. Brilliant, love it. So F-sharp minor, 2 bars of F-sharp minor. Okay, so yeah, so slightly extended, and then you're going to do A5, 2 bars, and then probably a bit more of a build up with these last 2 bars of B5, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then you're in the third chorus. Cool, so yeah, the middle 8, again, loads of key changes in this song. This is in the key, where are we here? So yeah, middle 8 comes before the sax solo. So I think it's in a mode here. It starts off in D major. This is roughly what I'm picking out. Again, the other guitar part, I've got something slightly similar from the check the tabs. So here, I'm gonna do something like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So we've got some muted dead notes here, and the start of beat 2 and the beat 4. So it's a cool little rhythm pattern. So 1, so 1 quarter note, 1/8 note muted, then an upstroke, 8th note. So 1, 2, and. That pattern's repeated to fill up the bar. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So just release your pressure on your fretting hand to get that muted sound. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Do 2 bars of that. F sharp minor. If you don't like the mutes, just do it without the mutes. Or even if you don't like the bar chord, do an open bar chord, yeah? So you do the 2 bars of D, 2 bars of F sharp minor with that strumming pattern, 2 bars of C sharp minor, and then kind of a build up bars on D and E bar chords, or you can even do open chords. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So yeah, so slight departure there for 8 bars in the middle 8. And then we've got the sax solo, again, another key change. Okay, goes to G major here now. So here what we've got is G5, C5, D5. You do 2 bars of G5, 1 bar of C5, 1 bar of D5, and you do those 4 bars twice. Okay, same kind of strumming pattern as before. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and do that again. Then it goes into the key of A major, it goes up a tone from G major to A major, really clever. A major, this is where you've got the kind of slash chords. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. A over G sharp, A over F sharp, A over E. B minor here, D. And then build up bars with A. 1 and 2 and E, D major, and again, and this bit, the kind of sort of musical stabs bit sounds brilliant. Okay, before we go into the third verse, so that kind of last one there was just a D major, and you hit it, accent it a bit louder, 1, 2, so you rest on the first half of beat 2, and then go up, down with the A major, and then rest. 1, 2 and 3, and it goes into that quiet third verse. So that's pretty much all the parts. So again, it's not a very long song because it's so fast. There's quite a lot of stuff going on. Really good for your just practicing lots of different chords. I think there's about 18 chords there. But if you're not happy with the bar chords, you could always do some open chords instead. So make life easier for yourself. And again, if you want to check the other guitar part out, get the tab, jsmusicschool.co.uk, or via Subscribestar, a little bit cheaper there. Any questions about any of that stuff, let me know. Happy to answer any questions via Facebook or Instagram or email or anything like that. So thanks again for watching. Brilliant B-side. I'm glad this was was picked on the monthly poll on Subscribestar. Really high energy, just awesome B-sides. So thanks very much for watching. Questions, let me know in the comment section below. Please subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications if you haven't already, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye. If you'd like to get guitar profiles, tab PDFs, backing tracks from any of these tutorials, head over to either the Subscribestar page or my website, jsmusicschool.co.uk. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. Thanks very much. See you on the next one.